Hey, I'm here in the parking lot of the Hampshire Mall. I meant to get the Cinemark sign, but I can't really find it. I don't feel like running around anymore because I'm very hungry. I just came from the classic film series showing of Back to the Future, and I didn't want to be one of those guys with a little light up, pen in the middle of the theater. I didn't want to bother anybody. I mean, it's Back to the Future. It's one of my childhood favorites, so to me, I feel like the best thing to do, giant bucket of popcorn, big old cherry Coke, enjoy the movie. So that's what I did. It was great because it's only in theaters for 2 days. Today is Sunday, and it's going to be showing again on Wednesday. There were a lot of fans. I mean, we drove 3 hours to see this thing. A lot of people dressed up. There was a perfect Marty McFly kid who ran the heck away as soon as it was over, which is a shame because I could have tweeted your costume and it would have been seen by 12 people because we have a viewership that, honestly, that number's probably too high. But anyway, I really enjoyed it. The sound was, every time the car took off, incredible. The echo was a little weird. The echo effects were off. I don't know if that was my theater or just the digital configuration of molecules in the science movie. Anyway, some things I noticed. I was whispering all these things to Cinemanaut John and Cinemanaut Becca because I didn't want to forget them. But I noticed a few things. I noticed that before I said that Doc would probably get in trouble for what happened at the clock tower, but then I realized he could just say that he was doing an experiment to predict lightning strikes, at which point he could turn it around and be like, if you don't let me do my experiments, I won't be able to bring this incredible service to the world. And then probably skip town because he's Doc. But I think he could, successfully bumble his way through that one. He's a great bumbler. Cinemanauts Log Supplemental. The thing that I couldn't remember was Doc's original plan is to travel 25 years into the future. And Marty asks him to look him up. But if he does that, Doc will probably be dead at that point in his life, right? So that means Marty's going to get visited by a ghost. That's weird. I noticed that some of the themes of the movie are also in Shaun of the Dead. There's a very, if you love someone, you have to rescue them kind of vibe going on. I wanted to talk about that, but that'll be for another article. Oh, goodness me. I just had a really good time. A lot of people were pre-laughing, which I found interesting, because when you take a movie that a lot of people love and then you put it back in the theater, it's tough because it's a comedy. It's really funny, and being surrounded by 50 people laughing really hard at it was a wonderful experience. But yeah, a joke would be coming up, and then 2 seconds before it happened, I would hear chuckles everywhere. So that was kind of odd. But I mean, whatever. A good joke is a good joke. It makes me think I need to not watch this movie for a while when the experiment is over, so I can really just enjoy the timing on these things. Kids watching this movie for the first time were incredible. There were kids asking what was going on. That would bother me in any movie. Ask me about a Free Willy incident sometime when I was a little kid. That sounded sexual, talking about the whale movie. There was a kid who was asking what everything was. The plutonium, the everything. He didn't know what was going on. When Biff got punched, one kid went, "You're dead now!" And everyone in the theater erupted with laughter. It was a great time. This is Bill from the future. I forgot that one kid was so scared during the Darth Vader scene that he had to be removed from the theater. He was crying. That was an unfortunate moment, but very scary. Isn't that right, John?
That's correct.
See movies that you love in the theater. If you don't love this one, that's fine. To each their own. But if there's a movie that you love, but it came out before you had a chance to see it in the theater, and you get to do an event like the classic film series where you get to see it again in a theater, beautiful digital projection, booming sound, absolutely do it, because having watched, I haven't even been keeping count, having watched the movie this many times, today really reinvigorated me. I'd seen it, but you know what? That theater experience really, really does it. And that goes for people who don't watch their favorite movie every stinking week. So yeah, it is still in theaters on the 17th. So if you have a chance to catch it, I had to drive 3 hours because we live in Maine. The closest one was in Massachusetts. Yeah, catch it. And there's some other stuff. Animal House, Ghostbusters. I was not aware of this classic film series. So if you have a chance, look it up. See your favorite movies. Cinemanaut Bill is me, and me is going to go get some pizza. There's a place called Arizona Pizza right next door. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to find out. Oh, that one counts, doesn't it? Yeah, I just quoted the movie. All right, that one's for free. See you later.